From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed. Canada's women's soccer team has beaten Colombia to advance to the knockout round in the Paris Olympics, despite a 6-point penalty dealt to the team due to a drone spying scandal. Earlier today, a sports arbitration court dismissed Canada's appeal of the penalty, as a FIFA investigation appears to show a Canada team analyst resisted a request to engage in so-called spying against opponents of the women's national soccer team. The FIFA document includes an email from head coach Bev Priestman seeking advice on how to respond, saying the type of scouting is widespread among top teams, including on the men's side. In the ruling, Canada Soccer points the finger at former Canada coach John Herdman for starting the practice of spying within the program, which Herdman has denied. The Canadian government is once again urging the 21,000 Canadians registered in Lebanon to leave immediately as tensions between Israel and Hezbollah intensify. Global Affairs Canada is warning that they can't rely on government evacuation flights if a war breaks out. It says some airlines have already temporarily suspended their service to Beirut, and additional travel disruptions, including airspace closures and flight cancellations and diversions, are likely. Meanwhile, reactions are ramping up following the assassination of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. U.S. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby says it's too soon to know what impact the killing would have on efforts to reach a ceasefire deal in Gaza.
It was always complicated. It remains complicated, and reports coming out of the region, as we've seen again over the last 24 to 48 hours, certainly don't make it less complicated.
Both Iran and Hamas are blaming Israel for the assassination that came hours after Israel targeted a top commander in Iran's ally Hezbollah in the Lebanese capital of Beirut. Israel has not claimed responsibility. Stateside, former U.S. President Donald Trump spoke at the U.S. National Association of Black Journalists convention in Chicago today. A question-and-answer session moderated by ABC's Rachel Scott turned contentious at times when Trump speculated on American Vice President Kamala Harris's race and ethnicity.
She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always identified as a black woman.
I respect either one.
Harris is the daughter of a Jamaican father and an Indian mother, both immigrants to the United States. And 2 years after canceling his world tour, Shawn Mendes is plotting his return with new music. Mendes has announced his 5th studio album called Shawn with a release date of October 18th. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Canadian Olympic team has upped their medal count to 7 with a bronze in the men's 200-meter butterfly. Montreal's Ilya Kahroun finished in a time of 1 minute and 52.80 seconds. The 19-year-old is the first Canadian man to win an Olympic swim medal since 2012. Meanwhile, the Canadian women's soccer team is still alive at the Paris Olympics and will play Germany in the knockout stage of the tournament on Saturday. Rafael Nadal's Paris Games are over, and so is his Olympic career. Nadal and fellow Spanish star Carlos Alcaraz were eliminated in the men's doubles quarterfinals. The 38-year-old Nadal has not announced anything about his future plans. And Jackson Holliday returned to the major leagues with a flourish, hitting a 5th-inning grand slam for his first career home run to help the Baltimore Orioles to a 10-4 victory over the visiting Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto is off tomorrow before a road series against the New York Yankees, which starts on Friday. From the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.